folks, I thought I would do a quick overview of the Inktober drawings that I've done so far, for those of you who are interested. If you want to follow my Inktober progress, then you can do so over on Instagram. But yeah, these are the ones that I have done so far, and I'm just going to talk about them very briefly. So the first one here is Beauty is Terror from The Secret History by Dunn, one of my favourite books, and I've just stuck with black ink and this beautiful copper, which I'll just show because it's fantastic. I love these. I've got this one in copper and one in gold. The second one is from Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, which is Last Night I Dreamt I Went to Manderley Again. And here I've mixed in the gold ink with some green to make a green shimmery ink. Then we've got a quote from Philip Pullman, which is argue with anything else but don't argue with your own nature. And it's got that kind of vine pattern that I use quite a bit in my work. And we have a recent release, which is from Circe by Madeline Miller, which I absolutely loved. And it says, a golden cage is still a cage. And I designed this to go alongside the UK edition, although it would go quite nicely with the US edition of Circe as well. And it's got these kind of motifs that are inspired by Greek vases and designs. All right, then we've got one from Leah Bardugo, Fine, Make Me Your Villain. This is from the Grisha trilogy. And I've got a few YA ones in here because if you've been watching my book wrap-up videos, you'll know that I've read a bit of YA recently, so I wanted to incorporate some of that in. This is from The Raven Cycle, and it's Safe as Life. And I looked to William Morris for this one for inspiration, as you can probably tell if you look at some of these different flowers on there. And there's a bee, which is significant to the story. All right, this next one is also from The Raven Cycle, and it's The Trees Speak Latin. And it's just got this branchy design around the outside. And we've got one from Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Dream up something wild and improbable. And there are lots of moths on this one, which are also a significant thing in the story. And then, of course, I had to go back to The Secret History because it's one of my absolute favourite books. And so we've got one of the first sentences in the book, which is a morbid longing for the picturesque at all costs. And this is what Richard Papin, the narrator of the book, says that his fatal flaw is. And the book is very concerned with fate, so. And also wine, hence the grapes. I'm trying to do these in pairs because I think it would be quite nice to, if I get them printed up, to sell them in pairs. So this is another one from Circe by Madeline Miller. It's Because I Knew Nothing, Nothing Was Beneath Me. And I wasn't so happy with how this turned out, so actually I got the scissors out, and as you can see there, I've actually cut and pasted paper to go over the top just to balance it out a bit more. It was a bit too detailed and then with these big elements, so it needed more of the larger elements, but I'm really pleased with how it turned out in the end, and the copper ink just looks fantastic with that purple. We've got another personal favourite from His Dark Materials, You Cannot Change Who You Are, Only What You Do. Thank you, Philip Pullman. And a lithiometer design there with sort of Art Nouveau type stuff going on. And I quite liked this effect that the ink gave when you layered it a bit. It kind of looks like the night sky. I was pleased with that. All right, this is another one from Strange the Dreamer. So this one goes with the blue one. They go quite nicely together. And this is actually the second part of the same quote. So dream up something wild and improbable, something beautiful and full of monsters. Again, lots of detail in there. And there is a moth. You can see just there. Hooray. I rather like moths. Then this one is from V.E. Schwab, As Travars, To Travel, and this book has different versions of London with different colours, so hence the different coloured roses. And actually I'll just show you the other one that goes with this. Again, same colour palette. I'd rather die on an adventure than live standing still. That's from Delilah Bard from A Darker Shade of Magic. And then we've got 3 more for now. There's one from Jane Eyre. I would always rather be happy than dignified, which I think is one of the greatest quotes from that book. Quite a simple one there. And then this is another one where I kind of messed up the lettering, so I called this is out again and stuck another bit over top. And I actually really like how that turned out as a kind of 3D effect. It's quite nice. So this is from Anne of Green Gables. I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. And some sort of autumnal leafy vines. And on an autumnal theme, we've got this one here, which is not book related so much, but you know, it's the theme of the moment. It's not autumn here in New Zealand, but it is in the Northern Hemisphere, and I wish it was here. So I drew some autumnal oak leaves and the word autumn, and I thought I might actually do a whole series of these with the different seasons. So a set of 4 with different pattern-like designs. I'll just show you a close-up of this because I'm really pleased with the level of detail in there. So there we are. Those are all the Inktober drawings that I've done so far. I'm working on the next ones. Obviously we're only up to day 18. Day 18 today will be posted. So yeah, and these will be available as bookmarks on my site. That is the plan, at least, to do them probably in sets of 2. So let me know down below which books you would like to see quotes from or the titles of on bookmarks. I would love to know, because at this stage of Inktober, you know, it's sort of starting to run out of ideas. So would love to know what I should do after I've finished my seasonal ones. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you either in the next one or over on Instagram. Bye!
Thank you.